Hey, my name's Ken Yates. I'm here with Here, Here, and Here. We're at Knox College, University of Toronto, and in light of this fall day with the birds chirping, I'm gonna sing you a song about getting out of California. It's called Get Me Out of Hollywood.
Jacket on in 100 degrees, wondering how the hell I woke up in LA, cursing at the sun. Making small talk with a platinum blonde, can tell by the twitch of her fake lips she's surprised that I don't know her name. California, please believe me when I say I thought that we could work it out. But December came without airport delays or snowy days that keep me inside with my coffee. I know that she loves me. Get me out of Hollywood. Get me out of Hollywood. Get me somewhere where leaves are falling when they should. Get me out of Hollywood. Get me out of Hollywood. 'Cause there's tired dreams and pieces everywhere I look. Get me out of Hollywood. Get me out of Hollywood. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Hi, my name's Ken Yates. I'm here at Knox College at University of Toronto. I'm here with Here, Here, and Here. I'm playing a few songs and we're talking about stuff. I started playing guitar when I was really young, probably 10 years old, and I sort of knew from there that I wanted to do something in music. I didn't really know what. A lot of my favorite musicians had gone to Berklee College of Music in Boston, so that was sort of always in the back of my mind growing up. So I auditioned for Berklee and I made it in, and I studied there for 4 years. And it wasn't until I got there that I started actually writing songs and even singing. Didn't do much singing before then. So that's where I sort of got hooked on the idea of being a professional singer-songwriter. And that was great. I had 4 years to sort of hash out my songwriting skills and meet new people and meet the people that I work with now. So that's sort of how I got into it. My dream gig, probably at Massey Hall here in Toronto. Yeah, I've seen a lot of concerts there, and my favorite live record was done there. Neil Young's 1971 at Massey Hall. So that's sort of my dream venue. Well, I lived in New York for a year after I went to Boston, and that sort of sent me running with my tail between my legs. It's a tough city to live in, especially as a singer-songwriter. I loved being there for a year, but once I started touring and playing a lot, I wasn't really in New York that much, and I sort of just naturally, it felt like the normal move to come back to Toronto, because it's sort of where I just fit in here more than New York. I didn't really feel like I fit in New York, so I'm a lot more comfortable here, and there's so much good music here, and the people are great here, and I really do love the city, so it just made sense for me. Yeah, it was amazing. I was sort of a slower learner at Berklee, I guess, because I came in just playing guitar, didn't really know what I wanted to do. So it wasn't until about my 3rd year that I started writing songs, and that's when like Berklee became this amazing thing for me, because I found out what I wanted to do, and it gave me all the skills to be able to do it, and allowed me to meet the people to do it with. And so everybody that I play and work with now, I met at Berklee, and that's the biggest thing about it. Not so much the degree, although a degree is a good thing if you ask my mom, but just meeting people that are doing the same thing as you, and they're all, you know, amazingly talented people. That was the best thing. So it was a lot easier for me, a lot more gradual, to go from Berklee into the real world of being a professional musician. Like Berklee sort of helps you, guides you into that. So yeah, it was an amazing experience. Amazing? Yeah, it was a highlight of my life for sure. I've always been a big fan. You know, a lot of my songwriting influence comes from him. I think the coolest thing about playing for him is that he's such a big figure in the singer-songwriter world right now. You know, he's out there doing it, like he's at the top of his game right now, which was amazing, having that person sitting there in a little room, being able to play my song to him, and you know, have him give me his thoughts on it. Some of which I actually, you know, I made changes in my song that I played for him based on what he said, and he was nice enough to 2 months later take the song and post it on his blog and really compliment me, which obviously I have, you know, no expectations of that happening, and he really gave me my first audience, which was unbelievable. And but the best part of it, I think, for me, was just to have somebody that I respected so much, and somebody who's at such a high level tell me like, hey dude, you're doing all right, like keep going, I like your stuff, keep on going. And at that time, when I'm still at school, you know, you don't really know where you stand in sort of the professional world of music. You don't really know how good your songs are. So, you know, having somebody like that tell me like, hey, you're doing a good job, was amazing for me, definitely. I actually don't really write much about myself. A lot of people are disappointed when I tell them that, because they think all these songs are about my life. So I sort of get inspired by other people's stories, or I start writing based on my experiences, and it sort of takes on its own story, because you know I try to make it an interesting sort of emotional look on a song. You know, there's a lot of love songs and there's a lot of breakup songs, and so I just try to write something that's mildly original and sort of a newer idea, and so it sort of just takes off into its own song once I start writing it based on my experiences. Other stuff usually fits in there, some ideas that I get. But lately I have been writing more about my life, especially living in New York City. It sort of gives you a lot of inspiration to write. And now being out there playing, being out of school, touring and stuff, obviously gives me a lot more experiences to write about. So I feel like now I'm digging in a little bit more to my life, not so much other people's. But I take it from everywhere. Whatever feels like a good song idea, I'll usually go home and write it. I walk into a coffee shop, coffee, pretty much, or a seat would be the number ones. But good music. I like a coffee shop with good music. Okay, do it.
Okay. Song.
Writer.
Place.
Toronto.
Season.
Fall.
Animal.
Tiger.
Dessert.
Ice cream.